Today's lesson is how to graph a line from an equation using an equation that's in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b is slope-intercept form. So you have m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So let's take this equation. Y equals 3x plus 2. Let's figure out how we're going to put this on the graph. The first thing you want to look at, always, is the y-intercept. In this equation, it's plus 2, positive 2. So we're going to go to the y-axis, which is the vertical axis, and go from 0, 0, we're going to go up 2, and that will be the y-intercept. So that first thing you're going to do is put a point on the y-axis using the y-intercept. The second thing you're going to do is look at the slope. Remember, slope is always rise over run. In this case, we just have the number 3, but we don't seem to have a rise and a run. But remember, you can make any number into a fraction just by putting a 1 underneath it. So we really have a rise of 3 and a run of 1. So we're going to look at start at the y-intercept point that we put on there. We're going to rise 3 and run 1. There's rise 3. Now, which way, left or right, would we need to go for the run to make this a positive slope? Because remember, over here on the blue circle, we have a positive 3. We would have to go to the right. So we're going to go from where I left off, just right there, and go 1 to the right and make a point right there. Now you have 2 points that you can use to draw a straight line. You're always going to use a straight edge to draw your straight line. You could use the side of your notebook, a ruler if you have one, just as long as you use a straight line. So let's see another example. Here we have another one. Y equals negative 2/3 x minus 4. So remember what I said is the first thing you're always going to do is look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept in this case is negative 4. So we're going to go to the graph and start at 0, 0 and go down 4 and make a point. That's your first point for the graph. The next thing to look at is your slope. I notice that we have a negative slope, which means our line is going to go down to the right. So our slope is rise over run, 2 over 3. So our rise is 2 and our run is 3. So you see that I've gone up 2. But now, which way do I go, left or right, if I want to have a negative slope? Negative slope. See the two options we have. We can run 3 to the right or run 3 to the left. If I run 3 to the right and connect the blue dot with the red dot, that will give me a positive slope. I want negative, so I'm going to go to the left. And once you've put that point in, go ahead and connect the lines and the dots and make sure you go all the way through the graph with your line. You do not want to just simply connect the dots and leave it there. You need to make your graph go all the way through the edges of the graph and put arrows at the end. So in a minute you're going to get a page of notes to copy into your notebook. And this is basically what the notes say. These are your steps for how to graph a line given an equation that's in slope-intercept form. First thing you look at is the slope and the y-intercept, and you find out if they're positive or negative. The slope is positive, then the line goes up to the right. If the slope is negative, the line goes down to the right. That'll just give you an idea of what your end line should look like when it's all done. So take that y-intercept, which is always the last number, including the positive or negative sign, and put a point on that spot on the graph. Then look at the slope, and remember, if it's positive or negative, you need to make either a positive line or a negative line, and graph the second slope using your rise and your run. So walk however many blocks up and however many blocks to the left or the right that you need to go. And the last step is to draw a straight line using a straight edge, and make sure you put arrows on the end and your line goes all the way through the edges of the graph. That's because lines go on forever, and it's not just a simple connect the dots. So if you need to rewatch this video, you're more than welcome to do so. It's on my website, and your homework paper has my website address on it. So if you ever need to watch it again to get to see the lesson again, feel free. On the back of your notes is a homework page, but please make sure that you've copied the notes into your notebook so that you have them in case you were to lose the worksheet. Good luck. See you tomorrow.